Now, acacia tree, remember always to stand up, push the stool back a little bit or lift it and back a little bit and sit down with your right foot on the pedal, okay? Making sure your foot's fully on and you've got your heel firmly on the floor and it shouldn't leave the floor. Practice just pressing the pedal. All pedals vary, some are harder to press than others, but you must make sure that when you press it down, you press it right to the bottom as far as it'll go, firmly. Okay, so having your foot ready. Acacia tree, again, we have been playing it very slowly to learn it, but now we need to speed it up. And there are some places where you're not certain what the left hand is doing. So I think you need to practice the left hand on its own from bar 13, where you're moving around. You start with E at the bottom, twice, and it goes down to D, and then it goes down to C on the bottom line, and then it goes back to D again. And then you hold it a bit longer, and then you finish back on the E. So the bottom note is moving down and then back up again, and you're just not sure of that. So practice the left hand on its own a little bit so you do know that. The other places where you went a little bit wrong, again, that same passage from bar 13 was the counting in the right hand. I've written some more counting in where I put 3, 4. So you need to count that in the right hand. I'll do that for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that fourth count, you were missing it. So make sure that you do count that. Then on the last line, the last 4 bars are quite hard because of the amount of counting that you have to do, but all the beats are written in and you just need to count them through quietly in your head, okay? So if I go from bar 16, that's the first bar on the last line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hands and pedal up at the same time. Okay, I know you've got to think about pressing the pedal down, but the whole piece is getting much quieter here and you do need to play it quietly. Don't suddenly do a big loud chord at the end, very, very gentle. All right, but you must learn to pace your counting out and not forget to count. Okay, the pedal, you're struggling a little bit with that. You don't press it with the chord in the left hand and you must press it at the same time. It's again, you just seem to forget it a little bit. So press it down with the chord at the same time. Down, just push the foot down. Down and hold it while you count and hold it until the very end when you release it all together, okay? So yes, the counting needs to be carefully done and look at that left hand, but I'm going to play from the beginning now because the whole thing needs to go a little bit quicker and we need a little bit of possible, a little bit of rise and fall in the dynamics. It is gentle, okay, but in the right hand, you've got those hairpins in the music, those the lines that get bigger and then get smaller. So if they're getting bigger, it means the music is sort of growing only slightly, and then the little drop off where you get quieter. You need to make sure the last note in the bar is the quietest note. Okay, on line 3 we have added a little bit more, so I put MF there, so you can go a little bit more. Still do that rise and fall, and then I've put crescendo, which means to get louder, so you're getting louder and louder. Then on the last line it starts to get quieter again and quiet to the end. All right, so there's quite a lot to think about in the dynamics here, but again I'm going to play it all the way through now and listen to the speed because it needs to just go that little bit quicker. It shouldn't be too slow, otherwise it feels like it's dragging. We don't want that. Okay, so here we go. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The other thing with the last line is, I haven't written it in there, but you can slow down your counting, because as the piece comes to an end, it needs to sort of wind down. So if you want to count a bit slower, that's absolutely fine. So again, I'm just going to play from the beginning of the last line.